before I moved here. Like, I lived there when that other thing happened. Like,
the world is really sick. Maybe we should move on. I don't know. I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take this. We're gonna revisit this one day. Maybe. No, the world is sick. I tell you. Actually, I can keep going. I got 2 good stories for you, but I think I'll move on.
Okay.
On to better news.
Okay.
Money. Everybody likes money, right?
I love
money. Money makes people back in a good mood. So if you're in the car, you're traveling, and you're like, Jesus Christ, where are they going with this? Drive past an ATM. Put your ATM. You gotta be in a bad neighborhood to get $10 out of ATM. I just want that to be very clear. But if you are in a bad neighborhood, try to put, because you're a tax-paying American citizen, you keep good banks, and you don't use bodega ATMs. Well, actually, this was a Bank of America.
Yeah.
I'll get to the point. A Bank of America in Texas was accidentally filled the $100 slot. Excuse me, filled the $10 slot with $100 bills. So when people went to this ATM for $10 or $30 or $50, they got a $100 bill with it. So, like any smart person would do, they'd put their ATM back again and try to get another 30. Like whatever that increment was, you're like, let me.
Hopefully, I got more than $90.
No, first I'm gonna keep it a bit. Yeah. That's where I'm going with it. That's where I'm going with it.
If it's the day before payday, you're like, God damn it.
That's where I'm going with it. Hopefully, the first thing I do when I put my shit back in is I'm checking my.
It gave me anxiety just because I remember, I remember being
dead broke.
I would have had $19 and couldn't get any.
I'd been like, damn. Like, no, the 9. You would have had 9. You would have had $9 and couldn't even get the 10. That's how it works. So that's what I was gonna say. If I went in for the 10 and that shit gave me back 100, the first thing I'm gonna do is check my balance. Like, hold on, where the fuck this come from? Like, just when you think it's sweet.
Oh, you know what?
But see, if you dead broke.
Genius idea.
Shoot.
If you get $10 out, they give you 100. You can deposit 100.
Back?
Take another 10 out. Deposit.
Wow. Now we're putting fraud cases. We got R. Kelly. Copyright infringements. White kids saying nigga, and now fraud. Hey. This is an amazing podcast. I love this. So. That is I'm not gonna say that's a good idea. I don't know anything. It's a
fucking phenomenal idea.
Do your thing. You didn't hear anything. It never happened. But no, seriously though. So Bank of America actually let them keep the money which is crazy.
I love it.
Those are my overdraft fees from.
Facts. And they're our monthly fees for holding our money.
For holding, go figure. That's the world.
But you know what? I think it would be really shitty, and I'm sure that any other bank, I respect it, even though I'm not a huge fan of them, and we have, that's the bank, but. I figured they, of all banks, would be like, no. Camera footage. I'm taking your ass to court.
Yeah, sure.
You're being dishonest.
I knew a dude. His dad got a deposit of $64,000, and they
want it back, right?
He spent that shit. They wanted that shit back. I don't know if he had to pay it all back, but he had to pay a large percentage back. They locked him up over that shit too. He went to jail. That's a fact. He went to jail over that shit.
He didn't have a good enough lawyer. You
think so?
Yeah.
Hold on. See, yes. I got another one.
You didn't steal
this
it.
Girl that Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying.
This other girl.
I'm gonna hire a really good lawyer and spin that shit and spin it on a lawyer. And
no, see, that's the shit. If they put 64 bands in your account, you gotta have at least 5 bands. You gotta keep 10 to be like, just in case.
10.
You never know. Shit happens. But I don't know. I don't know. See, I don't know the lawyer situation.
That's all I got.
I don't know the lawyer situation. And we actually should look up the procedure to put to that. But yeah, he was.
No, I don't want to know.
Shit was very tricky with him. And
so
then a girl that my uncle used to date. They put $10,000 in her account. She bought a Hyundai the fucking same day. when they called, however, like a week later, like, hey, we had a mistake. And she was like, that shit is gone. I think they made her pay this shit back also. So, yeah, but see, if I got $64,000 in my, I'm not even trying to hold you. I know about those two cases. Prior to that, obviously, it would have been run a checkup. But like knowing that, I'd be like, fuck. Like I would wait a day maybe, and then I called the bank like, yo, I don't know, bro. Like, and you hear about those stories of people finding. There was a dude just last week. He bought a storage locker for $500, and it was cash. It was $7 million cash in there, and he turned that shit in. Now, shit like that, when I hear it, I'm like, bruh. You gotta be shitting me. I feel that when he turned it, I don't want to misquote the number, but I think the person or whoever turned it in, or whoever he turned it into, he got like $1 million of it. They gave him like 1.2. I'm like 90% sure on that, but I'm 100% sure on that he bought the shit for $500 and whatever. Now, when I hear shit like
that'd be tough for me. That'd be tough for me. That'd be real tough.
No, it wouldn't be tough for me at all. Actually, no, but like it would be tough for me to. I would buy. I haven't seen a globe since 4th grade. I would go buy a globe. This would be my tough part. But go buy a globe. I'd spin that motherfucker as just as hard as I can. I'd take a Sharpie from right there. I know just the Sharpie. I go boop. And I go start to change my clothes. Whatever that shit was, that was, when I came back, that's where I'm going. That'd be my hard decision to be like, damn, that's in the middle of the ocean. But, like, fuck it. We'll work it out. So, no, that wouldn't be a hard decision for me at all. But see, with respectfully, because I don't want us to sound like criminals, with electronics, I'm like, nah, you going to jail. Like
my thing with a bank, I'd be more likely to take a bank's money than
Meek, help us. Meek, if you're out there, we're gonna need you, bro.
That's not what I meant. I mean, kind of.
Meek, please help us. So you're saying like fight the big corporations?
Yes.
Fight the man.
Yes. Like if they fuck up and give me some extra money, I'm not gonna think twice about it. If it's someone else's money, I'm not saying I give it back, but I would have a hard time.
You know,
knowing that it's someone else's money,
sure.
Like that would eat me up.
When I did the interview with the scammer, that was like. People were like looking at me crazy because I sounded like I was justifying it, but I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that was your view too.
Yeah, I was just like,
they take so much money.
Yeah, like the banks take a lot of money.
Like, give me some of that back.
It was times when I was dead broke,
and they would take negative $27 out.
You put the gas in, so they take out the $1 and you do credit, so it's 2 days later.
Yes.
Sometimes they took the shit out a little faster.
Backwards.
Right. Bank of America, no, I got negative $17 right now, and they take $35 from me, which turns into another $35, which turns into an extended day. Life is life's all about
give me that
lessons in recuperation. So I'd be really like, yeah, fam, I don't know what to tell you. Like, so I'm rolling, and like. It's weird that stick it to the man mentality. I'm
not even about like sticking it to the man, but I am about like keeping the same energy. I just keep the same energy.
I'm gonna take my statement back. That you're absolutely right, because I was just gonna say actually that's not really sticking it to the man.
No.
It's just your morals and principles. Your moral and principles.
No, because if you are a certain way, I'm gonna treat you accordingly.
Sure, because and this is a separate conversation, and that's where like lessons mean the world.
Right.
Because now, like when you pay your taxes at the end of the year, you'd be like, me and the man is even. Like, like nobody's. I don't know who's sticking it to who. You know what I'm saying? Like me and the man is even. So. That's why I say $7 million in a locker, bro. I'd be like, look, we just gonna have to chalk this up to take out your woes on El Chapo. I don't know what to tell you. And leads me to my next article, or the Chicago Tribune did an article about a man who was a busboy for 54 years at a Chicago diner. Not a diner, an eatery in Chicago. Now,
did you research it?
Yeah. Did you?
Yep.
Good. I mean, of course. Like, I know I don't read, but yeah, the perks of the I Say That to Say This podcast is I get an article, I say, this sounds interesting. I send it to Lindsay. She reads it, tells me about it. I digest it.
Or read it to you.
Or read it to me. I don't know if I'm a king or a baby. And I deliver it to you. But I actually was... and you,
his baby.
Voila. That was good. But now, when I first saw this article, I was like... This guy's got to be out of his fucking mind to stick it out for 55 fucking years.
We touched on it.
Did we?
Yeah. You asked me about it or said something about it.
Was I doing drugs?
Probably.
Huh, I don't remember that. But, I was just like, this guy's fucking nuts. Oh, actually,